That's the thing about the NAB Cup, is the fact that it just creates so many opportunities for these younger players to impress and show their coaching staff and show their teammates that they're ready to step up. It's nothing like this at all. All of a sudden the pressure steps up, the speed steps up, and if you're not attuned to it, you'll get found out very quickly.
Great work from McVeigh to get it to Cramery. Collier was too fast for his own good there. Left it behind, and the Eagles able to team as well. Lynch, and then Lewis Stevenson kicks it out onto the wing. There's McGuinness and Hooker.
Any turnover off halfback like that, and that was a 10-metre turnover, it's going to hurt you the other way. I think maybe put him to a wing and just release him a little bit to take some pressure off him.
Well, the dominance continues out of the middle. Swift, Marston's kick didn't look pretty, but it's going to end up all right for Lewis Stevenson, who thumps it long again. Whedon circling down there. Didn't take the mark.
I guess orchestrated by the match committee, because Luke Davis just came off the interchange bench. He was the guy that kicked it in the forward 50, so they're very conscious and waiting for the right time for that interchange.
Well, that's Blayne Wilson, number 30 for the West Coast Eagles, who had that initial kick. And Glass finds Ashley Smith. So maybe the Bombers can take some initiative here, trying to guide it in the Carlisle direction. But oh, is that Monfries has been cleaned up. The umpire coming in to have some words. So Blayne Wilson with the job of bringing the ball back into play.
See all Essendon players nearly forward of the centre in that zoning off the kick in then.
Now Hams, who's done so much damage in the forward line, sharing it with Shepherd.
Keep going.
Looks like it's young Kavanagh bursting through the middle. Beautiful delivery to centre half forward too. And then Carlisle kicked it into the forward line, and that's been paid a
hand in the back.
Yep. It's Paddy Ryder.
That's disappointing, boys. He's an experienced player, and hands in the back just blatantly. Just had to use his body a lot better there, Patrick Ryder.
You're right, Jacko. They had them outnumbered there, the Bombers.
That was young Jacob Brennan kicking the ball up to the wing for the Eagles. Finds Smith. They're advancing now. Dermot Brereton. It is a Shintaro haircut,
which is like ninja. Over in Japan.
Trust Derm, he does know his haircuts. He's had a few over the years, hasn't he? Stevenson's been good too for the Eagles. That's him kicking the ball up to the 50 there. Monfries had to tread a bit of water to wait. McVeigh. And out wide now. That was Jackson Merritt, as Jacko said, just come on the ground. Got it to Monfries. Misfired on a few shots. Monfries today.
Well, I think he's been fairly impressive when he get the ball, but his disposal has been shocking.
He's normally very good. So
20% he's going at the moment.
Probably the stat he didn't want to hear.
No.
Ryan Meats also getting a run, as Jacko said, kicks it forward.
But just trying to reinforce my argument.
No, when he did that.
20%.
There's Pears into the middle. Interesting handball from Howard. Gets the okay from the umpire. Ryder, and they're on the spread now. Oh, McVeigh left it behind. And this is Brennan bouncing out of defence, as his old man used to.
Oh, did he what?
Kick it into the middle. Now, Marston drives up the hill.
This is his ability, Jono. He's got
I'm not sure too in this game. McPhee back to the middle. Oh, there's an early crunch. An early casualty too. De Boer, I think it is, who's down in the middle. Some fierce tackling on Main. And Hill able to help the... Without Pavlich and Fife already, the loss of the ball could be a telling one. As Duffield sends them forward. Main. Clark, who also had a runner. Pearce, if it sits for him, they're on. He could work it over the top. Oh, he decided to take Stevenson on, and successfully. The kick just slightly imperfect for Main. And the Eagles have got some numbers, so they've been pretty steadfast so far, this West Coast defence. Sanders just bully his way to the front. Get it down, and that's effective for Jay Van Berlo, who's into the team this game. Unfortunately, his kick not so good. Wilson, and they were very effective at doing that, as we know, last year, and keeping it in. Hill's a good man to run it out, though, for Fremantle. Couldn't hit a target.
Very good ball.
Yeah, there was no one to hit. Could be a 0-0 draw this game, the way the defensive structures are working at the moment. West Coast have got it in there, though. And by Jay Van Berlo from the Subin kicking. Up to the wing. Now Ballantyne's got to take on two. He took on McKenzie. Stevenson at the back. He's been impressive so far. Space cleared for him. He was able to have the vision to find the target further afield. So he goes for Sandilands. He gets it down the hill. Here the brake's on now. Got to think his way through this. He kicked it a little blindly, a little early perhaps. He was a game the West Coast Eagles runners. Oh, here's a chance. Mayne does a good job. Missed Ballantyne. And the opportunity may have passed. This might actually help the Eagles to score here because Fremantle now have half their numbers in the forward line. Needs a mark and almost found exactly what he was after there. High-flying blonde player for Fremantle was Peter Fawkes. A little bit more about him in a moment. Anytime players, they do adapt very well, don't they, to these rule changes. Cox with a meaningful tap, but Crowley gets the clean shark, and an opportunity for an entry is quickly shut down, and Brennan did well. Wilson actually might have been that took it away initially, and then Gaff got involved. Stevenson kicks to half forward. There's Darling, high contact, what caused McPhee to be able to get the footy in the end. Rounded up nicely in defence though by this man Shannon Hurn, who effortlessly kicks it 40 metres to a target, to Wilson. Then Hurn kept on coming. Good running. What a damaging player he is. Good friends with Mark LaCroix, so Clark, Cox, Crowley able to dish it off. Hill had to really fight his way onto the Broughton kick and wasn't able to. Stevenson used Maston and then got it back. They just have an air of confidence about them, the Eagles, at the moment. The Fremantle don't have. And Hurn, even though I don't think it was beautifully designed, but it ended up in the right spot. So this is Jaden Pitt. Clark with the fly. Kenzie's in the mix as well. There's Paper Talk with a handball. Out to Stevens. They're set up again. Shuey. Adam, if you're watching.
Oh, that's all right. The pressure's on. It's got to be on if you want to be a premiership side.
Competition for spots. It's healthy.
No doubt.
Mayne and Ballantyne couldn't quite get the job done.